Hailuo just dropped version 2.3, and the improvements are significant enough that we need to see how it stacks up against the current leaders, OpenAI's Sora 2 and Google's Veo 3.1. Let's see which AI video generator actually delivers the best results. Let's start with the classic test that broke the internet: Will Smith eating spaghetti. This tests whether these AI models can recognize and accurately generate real celebrities from just text descriptions. Here's what Hailuo 2.3 produced. The model successfully generated Will Smith's likeness and shows him eating spaghetti. The facial features are recognizable and the motion of eating looks natural. The expression captures a somewhat tired or unenthusiastic mood, but the generation is clearly identifiable as Will Smith. Now let's see Sora 2 with the same prompt. Sora 2 refuses to generate this request. The platform has content restrictions that prevent creating videos of real public figures, so we can't even get a result to compare. Here's Veo 3.1's attempt. The model generated someone eating spaghetti, but this person doesn't look like Will Smith at all. The AI either doesn't have the same celebrity recognition capabilities or applies different content restrictions that prevent accurate celebrity generation. For this test, Hailuo 2.3 wins by default since it's the only platform that actually completed the task. The model demonstrates strong character recognition and fewer content restrictions compared to its competitors. Our second test involves a complex prompt with multiple specific elements. A ballerina in a tutu practicing spins in a studio with mirrored walls, floor scattered with pointe shoes and sheet music, a rabbit watching from atop a grand piano, and an elephant balancing on a circus ball outside the window. Hailuo 2.3 handles this impressively. The ballerina performs accurate spins without anatomical errors. The studio features mirrored walls as requested. The floor displays scattered pointe shoes and sheet music. A rabbit appears watching the scene, though it's positioned on the piano bench rather than on top of the piano itself. Through the window, an elephant balances on a circus ball. The model captured nearly every specified element with good accuracy. Sora 2's version produces a visually appealing result. The ballerina appears in the studio environment and an elephant is visible in the background area. However, the ballerina isn't actively spinning as requested in the prompt. The generation looks good but doesn't fully execute the described actions. Veo 3.1's interpretation takes interesting liberties. Instead of one rabbit, the model placed 3 rabbits around the piano. The elephant on the circus ball appears incorrectly, Michi is not outside the window as specified, and the balancing motion doesn't look right. Additionally, there's an anatomical error where the ballerina's front and back switch mid-spin, creating an unnatural movement. For complex prompt adherence, Hailuo 2.3 delivers the most accurate interpretation. It understood and executed the majority of specific elements while maintaining visual quality and anatomical correctness. The third test evaluates how well these models handle rapid emotional transitions. The prompt requires a young woman to laugh hard, look shocked, burst out crying, then appear excited, all within a single short video. Hailuo 2.3 executes this sequence effectively. She begins laughing genuinely, transitions to a shocked expression, breaks into crying, and finally shows excitement. The facial expressions flow naturally through each emotion. The woman appears realistic rather than having that overly polished plastic appearance that plagued earlier AI models. Even small details like teeth look normal and believable. Sora 2 also performs excellently on this test. The emotional transitions are smooth and convincing. The facial expressions capture each emotion authentically, and the overall quality is highly realistic. This is one of Sora 2's strongest showings in our comparison. Veo 3.1 delivers similarly strong results. The emotional progression feels natural and believable. The woman's face conveys each requested emotion clearly without appearing artificial or overly processed. For this specific test, all 3 platforms perform exceptionally well. This is essentially a 3-way tie. Each model demonstrates sophisticated understanding of human emotions and can render facial expressions convincingly. The differences are minimal enough that personal preference would determine which output someone prefers. Now let's shift to image-to-video capabilities, where we provide a starting frame and let the AI animate it. For our first test, I am uploading a detailed anime scene featuring characters on motorcycles. The complexity includes multiple characters, vehicles, and background elements. I'm leaving the prompt empty to see how well each model interprets and animates the scene autonomously. Hailuo 2.3 produces a smooth animation that maintains the anime aesthetic. The characters and motorcycles are animated consistently, preserving the details from the original frame. The motion feels appropriate for the scene, with good continuity across the video duration. Sora 2 encounters a strange issue with this input. The characters remain essentially frozen throughout the generation. There's minimal movement or animation happening, which defeats the purpose of converting a still image into video. The lack of motion makes this result essentially unusable. Veo 3.1 refused to process this request. The platform flagged the anime image as sensitive content and blocked generation entirely. This is an interesting restriction that significantly limits the types of content you can animate with Veo 3.1. For animating anime content, Hailuo 2.3 is clearly the winner. It's the only platform that successfully animated the scene while maintaining visual consistency and appropriate motion. Our final test involves educational content. A professor explaining the Pythagorean theorem on a whiteboard. This tests the model's ability to generate accurate text and mathematical diagrams, which remains challenging for current AI video technology. Hailuo 2.3 generates a professor at a whiteboard, but the mathematical content is completely incorrect. Instead of the Pythagorean theorem formula and diagram, the whiteboard displays nonsensical text and inaccurate mathematical representations. The AI struggles with generating precise text and mathematical notation. Sora 2 comes closest to success on this challenging prompt. While not perfect, it manages to write something resembling the formula at the top of the whiteboard. The diagrams and other mathematical elements are still incorrect, but the attempt shows better text generation capabilities than the other platforms. Veo 3.1 also fails to accurately represent the Pythagorean theorem. The whiteboard content doesn't match what was requested, with incorrect formulas and diagrams throughout. Like Hailuo, it struggles with generating precise mathematical or textual content. None of the three platforms successfully completed this test, but Sora 2 came closest with its partial formula generation. This demonstrates that text and mathematical diagram generation remains an area where all current AI video models need significant improvement. Hailuo 2.3 excels at complex scene composition, accurate prompt following with multiple elements, and character recognition. The model has fewer content restrictions, allowing generation of celebrities and various content types that other platforms block. For high-action scenes and detailed prompts with many specific elements, Hailuo consistently delivers strong results. The main limitation is the absence of native audio generation. Every video produced is silent, requiring separate audio generation if sound is needed for your project. Currently, you can generate videos at 76:8p or 1080p resolution with durations of 6 or 10 seconds depending on resolution choice. Sora 2 demonstrates exceptional quality for emotional expression and facial animation. It handles nuanced human emotions beautifully and produces highly realistic results for character-focused content. The platform includes native audio generation, which is a significant advantage. However, content restrictions prevent generating many types of requests, particularly involving real people or celebrities. Veo 3.1 offers solid general performance but trails behind in several key areas. Content restrictions are even stricter than Sora 2, blocking various types of images and prompts. The platform sometimes struggles with motion dynamics, producing slower moving results than intended, even with specific action-oriented prompts. For accessing these platforms, Hailuo 2.3 offers free daily trials. You get 4 free generation attempts each day, which provides ample opportunity to test the platform's capabilities. Sora 2 requires a ChatGPT Plus subscription for access. Veo 3.1 is available through Google's AI Studio with various usage tiers. If you found this comparison helpful, subscribe to the channel for more AI tool reviews and head-to-head comparisons. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.